In some Scratch games, you may want to control your sprite with your mouse. Now this could be if you were making a Pong style game where you want the ball to bounce off your controller, or it could be a first person shooter game where your sprite is actually a set of sights and you move it around trying to shoot the baddies. Well, let me show you how this is done, both for movement going backwards and forwards, and then for movement going all over the screen as though you had a target. So I'm going to start with movement going backwards and forwards, and you can see I've got a trampoline sprite here. So how do I go about making the sprite move backwards and forwards on the control of my mouse? Well, I click on Control and select when flag is clicked. Next I click on Forever because I want it to happen all the time. Then I go to Motion and I select Set X to and drag it into the Forever block. Now this currently says set X to position 0, but what I want to do is set it to the position of my mouse, and if I click on Sensing and move down, here is the position, the X position of my mouse. If I drag this in and replace the 0 with it, I'm now setting the X position of my sprite to the X position of my mouse. So if I click on the green flag like this, wherever I now place my mouse, my pointer, you can see that the trampoline moves to it, just like that. Let's stop it, because what if I want to have a different game where I have got a target style sprite that I move around the screen? Well, let me just move this to one side. In fact, let me just delete it and go and find a different sprite. So let's say I have got, I don't know, some cheesy puffs. There we are, and I want to move these around the screen. Well, if I then go back and do the same as before, when flag is clicked, Forever, like this, and then go to Motion and drag in Set X to, and then go to Sensing and drag in Mouse X. And if I press play, that will now move my puffs in this direction. But to move it up and down, I simply go and get the Set Y and change it to Mouse Y. So go back to Motion, find Set Y, drag it into the Forever block, click on Sensing, find Mouse Y, replace the 0 with it. Now if I click on the green flag and move my mouse, my cheesy puffs, my Wotsits move wherever my mouse goes. And that's how you have control of your sprite with your mouse.